I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for that doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm
Pacers were going to make the playoffs. It didn't end so well for you, brother.
If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool.
You fell asleep at the trade deadline when we had a trade to get Kyle Lowry out of here.
They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like Toby, keep on running. Toes they gonna take
this is what we got to tell.
I've been doing this.
I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I pay for the cost. I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Apply myself. I filled it in. No time for that doubt. They counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is first place in the NFC East, Joe Jordan. I'm here with my bro Tomo, but y'all know the deal. Before I bring Tomo up, I gotta let y'all know what's going on today. It's Tuesday. You know, we're excited. We got a few guests coming on. First topic we gotta talk about: CJ Stroud. Is he having a sophomore slump? Because he's been struggling lately, especially that last game. Then after that, we got Carlos, Mr. CTC himself. Carl talking Carlos, make sure y'all go subscribe. His Baltimore Ravens dominated the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tampa Bay. Lamar Jackson is now the MVP frontrunner. Are the Ravens the best team in the NFL? And then at the Carl, we got Mr. BWT coming up here. Baseball with Teddy. He's gonna give us a preview of the World Series. Got a few questions for him. And then lastly, Dave. I said Dave. Tomo. Speaking of Dave not here. But we still got a Dave's Doghouse to deliver. But listen, like I said, my bro Dave not here, but my bro Tomo is here. I don't know why he got the shades on. If Mark sees this, he might get upset because he did say shades is for first place. But you are in first place in the fantasy league, so I understand. All right? But I got my bro Tomo with me. How you doing, man? Mr. You done, son? Co-host of In the Red Corner. Make sure I go check out that last episode with Mo Payne last Sunday. How you doing, my brother?
Man, you know, you said it better than I could say, because I had to address these two guys earlier. You know, I put a quote up here because, you know, shout out to FFC. Coach went live earlier, and I paid my dues back to FFC and to the channel with a super chat and said, hey, Coach, I know you called Josh Allen the fantasy football guy, but we got to change that. It's Lamar Jackson now because I'm winning games. And then I go to the fantasy, the FFC chat, basically the fantasy football refusal league chat. And I see someone hate. Just get hate. And they say until you win a ring with Lamar Jackson in your fantasy football league, you can't crown him fantasy football god. Woo! And I just want to say this to the owner of the Stat Stuffers. Lamar Jackson been stat stuffing all my wins to get me to 6-1. Let me look one more. 6-1, that is. Yes, 6-1. That's all I'm gonna say. And to it's command time. You commanded second place, my boy. I ain't want to do this to y'all. Y'all made me do this. But other than that, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm ready to talk about CJ. I'm ready to talk about the World Series. I'm ready to do the doghouse. I'm ready to see what you got to say about some of these quarterbacks and these topics too. But before we turn up or anything else, how you, Joe?
Oh, yeah, I'm blessed and highly favored. I mean, feels good to be number one, number one in NFC East. Also, the number 2 seed in the NFC. I had to admit that be known too. Call me Mr. First Place NFC East and call me First Place 2 seed until further notice. We watching the Lions schedule. They got the Titans next week. It might win that, but they got a tough one after that. We watching y'all. But yeah, I'm doing good though, man. I'm doing good. But like you said, it's Tuesday. Let's turn up.
Turn me up. Up.
All right, so we are streaming this, y'all. I promise y'all, and we deliver. We are streaming this on 3 different platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and X. So make sure y'all like the video on all 3 of the platforms. Make sure y'all follow and subscribe on all of our platforms. We talking about at Refuse to Lose Sports. That's how you can find us. But on X, at R2L Sports. So subscribe and follow on all of the platforms and share this video with somebody you know who's a sports fan so they can come on and watch live with you and they can be involved in the show by being in the comment section. Shout out to my boy Mark for being the first comment. He definitely not in the first place. Oh, he's talking about Tomo. That's why he took the glasses off. Wait.
I did. You know, I'm gonna pay respects to what y'all got going on. You know, I'm gonna pay respects, but I will tell you this: y'all better pray we don't find a way to get in first place in the NFC East because I might wear shades throughout the whole show. I might not take them off until we lose. So I'm just letting you know now, Mark.
I mean, I got a big game next week. You know, I was thinking about this, Tomo. If y'all lose, then y'all the under 500 crew. But then Dave becomes 500. So you have an opportunity to keep Dave under 500. We're gonna see though. We're gonna find out.
Opportunity to blow the team up too. So I don't know. It might be a win-win for me.
Oh, no matter what. But look though, last but not least, shout out to my boy Dave in the comments. Turn me up. Y'all heard that earlier. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Tomo, floor is yours.
Now let's get right into it. You know, I wanted to bring this up yesterday, but I forgot. So I'm glad we kind of circling back with another one of these quarterbacks. We made a bet earlier in the year, you know, me and my bros up here on Refuse to Lose. And we got to pick QBs to win or make the Super Bowl this year. That means they could win it, which is a plus, but just making it. And I can review the names right quick. I'm going to go over them real quick. So, Joe, your quarterbacks, you have Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, and Aaron Rodgers. Dave, man, and Dave, he got Jared Goff, Josh Allen, Stafford, and Deshaun Watson. I think that was by default. Joe, you always laughing, man. In my rundown, I have Lamar, Purdy, Stroud, and Tua. Now, Purdy, I mean, we already see what the injuries are doing there, but he's been playing Purdy. I would say Purdy defense. I won't say Purdy bad. It's Purdy average. It's Purdy average. It's a Purdy average season that he's having. Lamar, we're going to talk about him. Y'all already know. MVP. But we're going to roll right into my third pick with CJ Stroud. And I picked CJ Stroud more so because of what the Texans did last year and how they've added more weapons to their team. Some people will say, you're not as good the second time around. Or maybe is it a sophomore slump? Joe, this guy was the second overall pick in 2023. He led the Texans to the playoffs, 10-7 record, AFC South Division. Do you think the first year was just, you know, that magical season, kind of like which I have? I mean, or is it a sophomore slump because people have more tape on
him? So I do not think he's going through a sophomore slump. Let me start there. I don't think he's going through a sophomore slump. Now, I'm going to read his numbers real quick. So far for the season, 1,600 yards, 66% completion percentage, 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So he's still being pretty protected with the football. He did a better job last year around this time. But the difference between this year and last year is the competition he's facing. That's the difference. You know, I know some guys want to say that about my guy. I told y'all they won 10 games last year. And the reason why I wasn't hounding this year, although they're 5-2, you know what I mean? So shout out to the Texans. They're 5-2. But I wasn't so hounding them. I'm like, yo, they got a brutal schedule. And I feel like last year was not an aberration, but they had a light schedule. I look at their opponents from last year. Look at the teams they beat, Tombo. They played Baltimore week 1. Guess what? Baltimore was the best defense in the NFL. Lost. They played the Colts and lost. Then they played the Jacksonville Jaguars. They played the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Falcons and lost. The Falcons had 11 best defense when they come to yards. They played the Saints and won. Saints made the playoffs. They played the Carolina Panthers, only scored 13 points, 4th best defense when it comes to yards. Buccaneers, who had a bad defense last year. Bengals, the Cardinals, lost to the Jaguars. Beat Denver, played the Jets, who had the 3rd best defense, only scored 6 points. So you look at the games he struggled, it's against the top defenses. but every other team are bottom 15 defenses. So this year alone, he already played the Bears. They lead the league in turnovers. I'm sorry, they don't. They third, but they won the best defense in the league. Minnesota, Buffalo, good defense. Green Bay, number one in turnovers right there. You know, so they've been playing better competition this year. So that's why it looks bad. Now, I would say that last game against Green Bay, that whole offense, and they look different without Nico Collins. They really do. I know your boy Diggs over there, but I didn't really see him that much yesterday. You know, Joe Mixon kept him alive. And also last year they had no running game, so they had to rely more on CJ. But now this year they are establishing a run a lot more this year. Even when Cam Akers was there, when Joe Mixon was hurt, they were still running the ball. Joe Mixon had over 120 yards yesterday. So I would say no, he's not going through a sophomore slump because he's still playing well. It's just he's playing better competition, and they're establishing him more. They're a run first team more so often nowadays.
I have to agree with you on I don't think he's going through a sophomore slump because I think some of these games he actually had to help them win with his arm because you got to think Joe Mixon was out a few of those games also with them being a run first team. And I think those were the games where Nico Collins was showing off. And yesterday, before we ended the show, I don't know if we said it on air. We did talk about this on air when you was like AJ Brown about the top 5 receivers. As soon as I get off, Nico Collins pop up. And I'm like, well, if we talking about this year, this would have been a year that he's creeping up into that top 10 conversation because you add Stephon Diggs, who everyone always puts in their top 10. We might have to start reshuffling some things based upon years. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, you're with I'm not going to say a better quarterback, but you're in a better situation mentally for yourself based upon what you were saying, right? And it's looking similar to what you was doing with Josh Allen. It's almost looking similar to what was happening when you left the Vikings. So it's like, Steph, what do you actually want from the game at this point? Like, somebody needs to ask him that. You know, these people in the locker room, they always want to ask him about what happened with him and Jair. But outside of that, it's like, well, between what happened to you and Jair and these few other games, you kind of been MIA. And coach say you don't play when it's cold. You in Texas. Like, I know it get cold down there sometimes, but you in Texas in a dome. Like, what's going on? Is the offense not? It's not too much. Let me stop. I was having a Merlin Turk moment. I'm gonna leave it alone because Carl backstage. But as far as CJ, I think again it's getting acclimated with that new weapon that he got. He also with the run game, it's more consistent. I'm not gonna say it's less because I think they had Singletary last year. I can't think of the running back they had last year.
No, they had Coach was killing him. I forgot who it was, but yeah. Start with a D, I think.
What was his name?
I can't think of his name right now.
Think of it right now. But is he in a sophomore slump? No, I think you give him some more time. He's just getting more acclimated, and with his go-to receiver, Nico Collins not being there yesterday, that means that right there kind of hurts. And then Tank Dell didn't even show up. Like, yeah, it's bad enough if Steph is not having a good game, but Tank Dell also didn't show up. So it was just a bad day for their offense. So I'm gonna give him like 2 more games before I say this looks like a slump because he is balling at times. However, I don't like really comparing guys to their rookie season right after the second season because it's like, well, I told you once we get film on you, this is what's gonna happen. Because I'm gonna ask you now, Joe, do you think Jaden gonna be playing this good next year with the first place schedule?
Oh yeah, you're already speaking to us. Yeah,
I mean, y'all in first place right now, Joe. Like, I gotta say it right now.
Hey, by the way, it was Damian Pierce.
There we go. So yeah,
but my man Jaden different. He ain't CJ. All right, let's let you know right now. He not CJ. My man a little different than CJ. One of a kind.
So when we do this bet next year, you gonna put Jaden up there if you get the pick?
For sure. First overall pick for me. Right, first overall pick. We're calling right now. First overall pick.
I'm glad you said that because if I get the first pick, I'm gonna do it just cause.
I forgot how we did the pick. I think we did a coin.
We did rock paper scissors on.
Oh, we did. Yeah. Well, real quick though, Stephon Diggs, he's not having an all-pro type year, but he hasn't been bad. I will say that because you gotta realize he was the second option with Nico, and he's sharing. First of all, they're running first team with Joe Mixon when he's healthy, and you got Nico and you got Tank Dell, so he's not gonna get all the targets. And I feel like he's been pretty good. Yesterday he only had 23 yards. That's different. That whole offense on the receiving side wasn't good. I think Tank Dell dropped the touchdown. I think I would Tank Dell, but and the Texans defense playing well too. That's another thing. So like you said, give it a couple of games, see how it looks.
I mean, it
But
could
my
have
man
been
Jaden different. It's not even my man to this mix.
Well, I'm gonna let you give your man your props while I take a shot at another team, because technically another team could have been a run first team with Stephon Diggs, but they chose not to. So
They are now though.
they ain't got no choice. I mean, they ain't got no choice. But we gonna bring Carl up here because we talking about rushing the football, with a Russian team. But a lot of people used to call this guy. When he got drafted, they wanted to make him a wide receiver. Some people didn't know what he wanted to be. When he started playing quarterback, they wanted to call him a running back. All I see is 5 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. I just see him throwing passing touchdowns now. We're going to bring up one member of the Flock Nation, CTC's own. Carl, he got the hat on. I know Flock Time somewhere watching this right now. Chris going to pop up. But welcome, Carl. We got to talk about That's So Ravens.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. One of the new pickups, I just got this off the parlay, and I just ordered some more stuff off the parlay. So let's go.
Off of parlay.
That's how I got this hat in this
Oh,
episode.
not all I heard was lay. I thought you said something
parlays.
about Wale. Yeah, parlay. Let's keep it there. Let's keep it professional. All right. That's So Ravens.
That's so Raven.
All I'm saying, man, look, is if y'all get a turf, y'all gonna be 2-time Super Bowl champs. That's all I'm saying. I ain't talking about it this year, but it might be the way y'all been balling. Some would say in the NFC, the Lions are the best team. Shout out to Amon Dukes, because I know you support the Lions as well.
I would say that.
What up, though?
What up, though?
And with the AFC, they started off 0-2. A lot of people was laughing and pointing fingers. It only took for you to go to Dallas to learn how to run the football, but I ain't gonna say too much about that. I had to take a shot at my own team. And now you all are looking like one of the best teams in the AFC outside of your record, because of the Chiefs are undefeated, but y'all balling, man. So Carl, are the Ravens the best team in football?
Like you said, man, if you say record-wise, obviously I can't say yes if you want to go based off record. But yes, we are the best team in football currently at this juncture. I told y'all when we had the segment, when we said, should the Ravens press the panic button at 0-2? And I said, no. The first 2 games were like preseason games for us. We had no continuity. Lamar and Derrick Henry had to learn on the fly how we was going to figure this stuff out. And once we figure it out, it's going to be a nightmare to stop. And we figured it out in Dallas, like you said, man. I mean, you're my guy, but when it comes to our teams, I'm not having no sympathy. And we figured it out in Dallas, and we've been using the recipe so far. And every week since, it's just been chaos. It's for other defenses. We're averaging 35 points per game in this 5-game stretch. And if you want to say, well, that's just 5 games. We're number 1 in scoring, tied with the Commanders at 31.1 a game. So, like, how do you want it? The Ravens are first in rushing, 6th in passing, first in total offense. Offensively, we're a juggernaut right now. At this current juncture, we're a juggernaut. Now, you can say, well, Carl, defensively, it's not looking great. And besides us being 4th in sacks, you're right. Passing through the air, you're right. Secondary does need to figure it out. We need to figure it out for sure. But I will say this. We just need to get in a couple of stops. We don't need to stop people like we used to all game. You got to keep up with us. We get a couple stops. You're now in dangerous waters trying to stop our offense from continuously scoring. And we seen that last night with the Bucks. Bucks jumped out to a quick 10-0 lead. But then the Ravens scored. And I want to say this. That first drive, the Bucks did nothing to stop us. We had a lack of execution on our first drive. If you look at that 3rd down, Lamar perfectly calls a great play for the blitz. Justice Hill is right there for the blitz pickup. And nobody blocked nobody. They were right there, and they just felt like we just had to stand here, and they're not going to come back in the backfield. Nobody blocked nobody, and we had a wide-open crosser route that if we just give Lamar 2 seconds, he's going to hit for a first down on like 3rd and 15 or something like that. So I said it in the chat. We just have to execute. What do we do after that? Touchdown, 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 31 straight, 31 unanswered. 2 interceptions by Marlowe, both great plays by Marlowe. A lot of people are saying, what was Baker looking at? He saw a guy. Marlowe baited it. Marlowe went low, he went low. Then somebody came high. He went in and got it, just like Brian Branch. Sorry, Tomo, did against the Cowboys. But the narrative against the Cowboys wasn't what is Dak doing. The narrative was what a great play by Brian Branch. Same thing for Marlowe. What a great play by Marlowe. So we just need a couple stops. If we get a couple stops, it's looking dangerous for a lot of teams. Now, I know a lot of people want to say your kryptonite is the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are undefeated. But if you watch the Chiefs, it's just defense and Mahomes making timely plays. They're not playing like the best team in football. They're just winning games. They're just finding ways to win week after week. But they're not playing like the best team in football. We are actually, in my opinion, playing like the best team in football. So
I'm gonna let you go, Joe. I just want to say one thing. Some people were saying that was a great play by Brian Branch. I was mostly saying, like, what were you thinking, Dak? So I was on the opposite end of the spectrum with that one. But go ahead.
Get out of here. My bad. Don't you ever try to put a Michigan receiver in the top 10. Go ahead, Joe.
He was top 10. Oh, no. I was talking about Stephon Diggs. I don't know why. So you said Michigan. I don't know why I did.
We were saying top 5, right?
No,
Nico Collins. I said top 10. I said he creeping.
Oh, you said top 10. Oh,
yeah, no. I said when you brought up the top 5, as soon as I got off, I thought about who's playing good this year, and I was like, "Oh, Nico
balling." But I gotta get my Michigan. It's Michigan week. I gotta get my Michigan slander off.
Because you a lot of. But are they the best team? I would say yes. I would say yes. You gotta look at who they beat, because the Chiefs, they beat some good teams too. It's not including the Ravens. So let's not get that twisted, right? But I'm gonna give the credit to the Ravens because I agree with Carl. The continuity on the first game. Y'all just got something against Garner Minshew. I mean, I'm sorry, Garner Minshew to be beating y'all. It has nothing to do with continuity, right? But that was John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh. That was his holding record. But the first game, they barely used Derrick Henry. That was that. Lamar dropped back so many times that game when he didn't have to. So this is a different Ravens team we see right now. They just dominating offensively. And the defense is kind of slowly catching up, right? And you look at this run they've been on, this win streak. They basically blew out the Cowboys, and then the Cowboys crawled back and made it a game. But they dominated that game. So
say that too loud.
Against Dak Prescott. Then they go on Monday night against the Bills, Sunday night, against Josh Allen, who was undefeated. Blew them out. Played Joe Burrow. Outdo Joe Burrow in overtime. Then they go play Jaden Daniels, another MVP candidate who didn't have his running back, but they beat him. I mean,
go ahead.
Because you did say if the Giants had a kicker, they would have won. Imagine if we had a running back. That's a different story, though. It's a different story another day. I get it. But anyways, they beat Jaden Daniels, another MVP candidate. And then the red hot Buccaneers. I mean, Baker looking sweet. Y'all saw him last week against the Eagles. The score was 41-31, but that wasn't the score. That was not the game for real. So I would say that they are, because everything's looking very slow for Lamar Jackson. And then Derrick Henry wasn't. Chris said this in the chat. I kept saying, "Yo, feed Derrick Henry. What y'all doing?" And then it looked like Lamar was like, "Come on, bro, we gotta get Derrick Henry some of this." And then Derrick Henry just took off for like a 40-yard run. I'm like, dog, what's going on? So they are unstoppable offensively, and I feel like that was y'all. Even though the score was 31, outside of the Bills game, that was y'all best defensive game in my opinion. So although the Buccaneers had some injuries, they lost one of their receivers. Godwin got hurt at the end of the game. So, but yeah, I agree. They are the best team right now. But y'all ain't got the best player though. Sorry, I just don't. Because once playoff time comes,
I thought you.
Once playoff times, no, you thought I was gonna go. My God, come on.
Yeah, I was like, hold on, Brian.
That's what matters, because the Chiefs they can look bad all they want, but until I see them fall, I pitch out the window. Until I see them fall, that don't matter. That title don't matter unless you go by that guy called Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, we just answering the question. That's all.
I'm just letting Flock Nation know.
Yeah. Whatever. Hold on, you're not about to get that all while I'm up here. He ain't letting us know nothing. This the year we beat Mahomes. You ain't getting that all while I'm up here. And by the way, Joe, I figured you through what I was talking about with Tomo this morning. I wasn't saying the Giants would have won. I said they can argue they would have won if they had their kicker, because Tomo was saying that divisional games against the Giants aren't hard, and I was saying Commanders fans might disagree.
I mean, I can't argue. We could have won with B-Rob.
I guess the number one rushing defense in the NFL.
I mean, it's the number one scoring team in the NFL too. And
B-Rob
B-Rob,
like
B-Rob big part of that.
We were right behind y'all.
B-Rob, we only had 35 rushing yards. You know, if we had B-Rob,
Sound like another day at the office for the Ravens.
Huh?
Sound like another day at the office for the Ravens.
Okay.
Let me look at something.
It's not about us. I'm not about to pull a cab on here.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
For
You didn't
real.
already started. As soon as you said if we would have B-Rob, then you said
That was my
the
boy
best
Kev,
player.
Shout out
Now
to
let
Kev.
me ask you a question. We all can agree that he is the best quarterback in the league. We can all agree there.
He's playing the best right now.
He's playing the best.
No.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I'm piggybacking off of what Joe was saying about the best player, because once we get to the playoffs, he was alluding to what Mahomes was doing, right? Okay. The best playing quarterback right now, of course, is Lamar Jackson, because we can look at what Mahomes is doing, and I don't know if he's just out there having fun or not, but Mahomes got 6 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Now, let me tell you like this. If another quarterback had 6 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, I would not be able to hear the end of it, but I'm not going to say too much about it, because when you got Super Bowls, the world is just going to be like, he's having fun. I got you, Joe. But we still need to hold him to a standard. That's all I'm saying. However,
even if people would have killed Lamar for 6 and 8, I would have to understand it, bro.
Only reason why, because we saw this similar last year and they won still.
I know
that is also true.
And he played great in the playoffs.
That is also true.
It's also why I said he might be out there just having fun. He's just throwing the ball like, I know what I can do when we get there. What was the LeBron quote that failed him miserably? I don't care what seed it is. Once I get in the playoffs, just know I'm coming to be a dog. And then they proceeded to lose in the playoffs. But that's not there. Lamar Jackson
activated.
Yeah. Okay. 15 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He can't throw the football. I said it in my opening monologue. He can't throw the football. That's all I keep hearing is he can't throw the ball.
Crazy.
Did you see the Rashad Bateman pass? Did you see when he was just picking and choosing when Mark Andrews wanted to go to the middle of the field? He was just like, hey, just go to the middle of the field. We're going to send everybody deep. We playing backyard football at this point. You just cut across. I promise it's going to be there. Zay Flowers. They got the meme running around on Twitter telling us he doing his best VP impression because all he doing is laughing at everything. I'm like, bro, they out there having fun. They are having fun. And in the words of Chris, they are putting BTA while having fun out there. I got to say it. They are the best team. See, that Lions team is, I can't. Y'all too, man. I don't know. These were the 2 teams that should have been in the Super Bowl last year, but instead of the Super Bowl, we got a boxing match between Baltimore and Detroit, and we see how that ended. Frank, don't do that again. But right now, yes, y'all are playing like one of the best. Y'all are playing like one of the best teams in the NFL right now, and Lamar Jackson's proven all of the doubters wrong. I even love it when they try to pull a Purdy and CMC, where they like, well, it can't be Lamar. It got to be Henry, because without Henry, they wouldn't be doing this. And every time someone says that, I just think about what my FJA co-president be saying. Well, we was doing this without Derrick Henry. How you get 2 MVPs? Was Derrick Henry there when he got the MVPs? I don't think so. This is one of the best seeds. I'm just saying, like, the proof is in the pudding with this guy, and he's only getting better. And you guys also said it too. I don't know what level or what button he pushed after that loss last year, but him, Todd Monken, must have went in the lab and got things cracking. Now, one thing I will say is your defensive coordinator, what's his name?
Zach Orr, former All-Pro linebacker for the Ravens. That's why he currently has the job.
Okay. He be having the sideline turned up, but we got to let him know that it's 15 minutes in the fourth quarter. All right, I don't care if we up by 38. It's 15 minutes left in the fourth quarter. All right, we can't keep letting these teams find ways to get hope, because they had hope last night up until, and prayers to you, Chris Godwin, but they had hope, and you keep giving these teams hope in the fourth quarter. There's going to be a team out there like the Chiefs that's going to say, hey, all we got to do is keep them at bay like we did last year in the playoffs, and we can find a way to at least win this game. Let's just keep them at bay. No, you want to go out there and demolish your opponents, kind of like what the Commanders did with the Panthers. I hate that I'm saying this, because that's what you do when you playing bad teams. But you all are beating up on good teams and have decent teams outside of Oakland. That's the Gardner Minshew situation.
I mean, we beat the Bills, what somebody said was terribly constructed, but I mean,
But construction paper, I don't know why you said that one, but I'm with you. Yeah, y'all playing like one of the best teams. Now, I see Vaughn did pop up. He gonna have a lot to say now that they got Russ back there throwing touchdowns. So I don't know.
He got
it's gonna be interesting.
He got
I mean, we all know that.
Win that ring. He
Yeah,
won that
that's
ring,
obvious.
bro. He's. I mean, come on, man. We got to start talking about top something.
Now let me ask this question. Let's say the Ravens get to the AFC Championship game, right? And they lose.
You gotta put some negativity in there. I'm a pass on this question.
To Mahomes.
Yeah. Do you still need to prove it? Like depending upon the lose, depending upon how he lose.
Yeah,
like what if he plays? What if he pulls a Jalen
bro.
Hurts and plays better than Patrick Mahomes in the game?
First of all, that's very debatable that Hurts played better than
First
Mahomes.
of all, Hurts turned the ball over, what cost him 7 points.
I might say that's debatable. And secondly,
I'm just saying what the streets
he
say,
gotta win.
Right?
If he does what Hurts did, then yeah, he gonna get killed still. Because Hurts turned the ball over, bro, and give him 7 points.
All right, I give y'all that. I'm just asking what the street said. The street said he outplayed him.
Yeah, he got to win because everybody keeps saying he's the best player, not Mahomes. He the best player, right?
That's
Mahomes
what Flockville said. Flockville
said. He got to win, bro. He got to win.
He got Derrick Henry now too. I think Derrick Henry gonna show up as long as he get his touches.
He normally does against the Chiefs. We just didn't give him his touches in the first game. Go look at Derrick Henry's stats against the Chiefs.
I never watched Derrick Henry say, "Dang, he don't look the same." Never did that in my life.
Jerry Jones did, but let's not talk about that.
Let's get it, man.
I'm sorry, Tomo, in advance that Ashton Genty said he wants to go to the Cowboys because that means you're not getting.
No, I meant to say that. I meant to reply to you in the NFL chat when you said that. I was just sharing it because he said it. I know it's not happening. Genty is not like Zeke. You know, Jerry Jones is looking for a Zeke-esque type running back. You know, I'll let y'all imagination do what y'all want with that.
Jerry, he's just trying to stay in the limelight. That's all he's doing.
Hey, every Tuesday you got a spot on the radio. Shout out Vaughn, I'm answering your question too when they was at Blaze. He's like, who keeps giving him a mic? He got a spot on the radio every Tuesday. So every Tuesday you're gonna hear something new.
And they're gonna interview him because they might lose their job, they don't.
There you go. All the way up into the trade deadline when Cooper Kupp gets traded to the Commanders, and they gonna be like, well, we like our guys. What?
What are you doing? You just said until Cooper Kupp get traded to the Commanders. Why are you speaking?
You want him to go to the Eagles?
No. I don't want him to go nowhere. Stay in
LA.
And
then might go saying they are willing to pay his salary.
Exactly.
That's what
come to us. Yeah, come to us.
Bring him over here.
You need a slack guy. I knew you was gonna say
that. If he comes to the Ravens, I'm rubbing it in.
I mean, if he go to Yard, I mean, Tom Markin, I mean, give me Cliff. Cliff would do wonders with Cooper Kupp. I don't know about Tom Markin.
I don't know. Todd might turn up.
Man, what?
I've been in his bag, Joe. You should know about Georgia.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, you're foul. You're foul.
Gotta take my shots when I can, man.
That was good.
Shots when I can.
Hey, tell him he know about us, Joe.
What?
You know about Michigan State, sorry.
Since the chat started, I'm up 2-1. Catch me next year.
You know why. I can't say it on air why y'all 2-1. You know my response to that every time.
Well, we want to say let's get your last words because we got BWT in the background. It's funny though because we got the World Series and we got the NBA starting. So very, very.
Yes, sir.
There you go, RBO.
My bad.
Like he knew. Go ahead.
Appreciate y'all as always for having me on the show. It's always a good time. CTC will be back. I'm gonna say tonight. I'm gonna have it done to preview the rest of the weekday. My week 8 recaps weekday and weekend are live, including in the weekend recap is the 2-game preview, which just kicked off for the Conference USA Tuesday game. Should be some decent action to watch tonight. Appreciate y'all boys for having me. And also, I don't know if people heard, I am looking for people to join Saturday for a college game day style episode. I do want to do one this year. I'm trying hard to get a college game day style episode, at least one this year. A couple matchups. Y'all know Michigan State this Saturday night. So please, if you're interested in joining my college game day style show episode, please let me know. Because if not, then I just got to do a regular episode as always.
All right, we'll let you know.
That's good.
Texas Vanderbilt this week.
Oh, Vanderbilt.
Is that another big game for Texas?
For Vanderbilt.
It could be. It's really more so a big game for Vanderbilt, but it could be.
Nah, after that performance, yeah, he got to bounce back.
All
I
right.
appreciate you, Carl.
TTC. All right, Carl. Let's get Teddy on.
I got
up
you,
here.
Tomo.
All right. I got us on the
Oh,
cheers.
snap. Okay.
I was trying to find where you got it at. There you go.
Game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
Yeah, Tomo. Never mind, I'll tell you guys.
Okay.
What up,
Oh.
fellas?
You look good, Teddy.
First place, baby. Feels good. It feels good. First in the AL, baby. Number 1 seed going to the World Series.
There you
Look like
go.
you just popped some champagne. Got them Johns on. Some champagne poppers.
So Teddy, hold on. You got your Yankees in the World Series.
Yep.
The banner just went up a few minutes ago for the Celtics. We haven't had 2 champions. Well, actually, we haven't had 1 champion in the chats till the Celtics.
Uh-huh.
We gonna get one. We gonna get another one with this World Series.
Say it with me. You right. You right.
Well, I know my boy is back there somewhere. I know Dave is like, all right, guys, all right, let's speed through this when we got to talk about the Yankees. But you all made it to the World Series. You all are going up against the Dodgers. I did a little bit of history on this. I said I think you all met 11 times in a World Series. I think they started off in Brooklyn. Then they started off in the Bronx, then Brooklyn,
Yep.
then the LA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really personal because it's grass rooted for it.
Exactly.
Tell us about this special matchup, man.
Man, Dodgers, Yankees, as you said, historic franchises. Back when Jackie Robinson was playing for the Dodgers, he used to play at Ebbets Field. And man, this is going to be something special. We got 2 of the teams that went out and spent money this offseason. The Dodgers went out and spent every ounce of money that they can even get their hands on, with Ohtani getting that $700 million contract, and then Yamamoto getting what he got, and then Glass now getting what he got, and reconstructing Mookie Betts last year, and then going out and getting Teoscar Hernandez, and what the Yankees did in the offseason to go get Juan Soto.
Boy.
One of the most generational players. And man, the Red Sox, let me throw some shade at these Red Sox fans real quick, because you guys have been all about, don't throw it, don't put the past up, don't bring up the past. But all I've seen is that stupid 2004 documentary coming out on Netflix. That is all I've seen, because that's all you guys got. That's all you got. You are going to be watching the Yankees, who have Alex Verdugo, a player that you traded for Mookie Betts on the Dodgers, and y'all got nothing. Y'all out here still starving kids. Like, it's bad. It's bad. But
he really disliked the Browns.
Yeah. But man, this World Series is going to be special. We went from last year having one of the lowest rated World Series watched between the Rangers and the Diamondbacks to probably one of the most watched World Series that's going to be in history, just because of the players that are involved in this, with Ohtani and Judge and Stan and Soto and Betts and Yamamoto and those players. Man, it's insane. It's honestly, it's amazing. 2 1 seeds going at it, and this is what everybody wanted throughout the entire season.
So look, Ohtani's the highest paid player, right? And Yamamoto is the highest paid pitcher.
Well, Ohtani got the highest contract, because you can't forget he signed for that $700 million, but he structured it so he only gets 2 per year for 10 years, and then he gets the rest of the money at the end after he retires. So
that's smart.
Yeah, so that's why the Dodgers were able to go out and get those
Right.
other pieces.
Oh, they paying back. They paying for all these championships later. Oh,
Yeah.
they paying for all this stuff later.
Yep.
You say he getting 2 a year?
Yep.
2 what?
Million.
Dog.
But he's
Just-
getting so much more in endorsements.
Yeah, of course. He's
Like-
he's smart.
Yeah, he's set. But yeah, he's set for life.
I do want to say this time before we go to the next question. All right. Well, you know what? I'll save it to the end. 'Cause I want to say something about Teddy at the end. Let's go through the whole thing first.
I guess because I definitely want to know who your top 5 players are in this World Series. So who's the who's who?
Do you want me to go in order or
Yes.
Look, yes.
Hey. All right. So
I think the world want to hear this one.
okay. So number 5, I'm going based off performance in this postseason so far.
Oh, okay.
Number 5 is Giancarlo Stanton. He's been tearing the cover off the baseball. Last series, only 4 hits, but 4 crucial home runs against the Guardians. I'm gonna have to go Mookie Betts at 4 because he finally learned how to hit in the postseason after what he did last year. Sorry, Dave, it's just the truth. He couldn't hit the side of a barn last year. It was crazy. It's crazy. And then number 3, I gotta go Judge. Just based off of his performance this year. We had a heated discussion in the baseball chat this last weekend over Judge's performance in this postseason. I like what he's been doing. So I expect him to have a big World Series, and his numbers are crazy against the Dodgers so far in his career. Number 2, I got to go Ohtani.
I knew it, yeah.
He has been a completely different hitter when there's runners on base and when there's nobody on base. It's honestly ridiculous. He turns into, like, I've been sharing the meme of Shohei Ohtani and the King of JUCO dressed up as Shohei Ohtani. And that's exactly what shows up with runners on base and runners not on base. And for number 1, I would have to go Juan Soto. This dude, if you did not watch his last at bat in the American League Championship Series, make sure you go back and watch it, because his approach at the plate, the man got 7 off-speed pitches, kept fouling them off, and just kept nodding his head like, I got him. Gaddis threw a 99-mile-per-hour fastball up in the zone, took it deep. And then he looked at his team. I can't say what he said on camera, but he went absolutely crazy. I've been saying it all year. The energy that he has brought to this clubhouse was going to change the Yankee way. And with the acquisition of Jazz Chisholm and Verdugo as well, they're just exactly what the Yankees needed. And I'm so glad that they didn't hold their style of play back, because if they did, I don't think the Yankees would have been in this position that they are in now.
Yeah, he was a big. I remember when y'all first got him, Teddy was amped. I rewatched that video you reposted it 45 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there's people in the comments say, I ain't gonna win nothing. I'm like, they looking crazy now.
Mm-hmm.
You know the people that said that. Some hurt Nats fans. I'm happy for Juan Soto, man. You know, if you want to win a ring, man, you gotta get somebody from DC. That's all I'm saying. They gotta play on the former.
No matter what sport, right?
I'm just saying.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go from we going from the top 5, and it's kind of great that we angled the questions, or put them this way, because who legacy will be impacted the most with the World Series ring?
I gotta go with the Yankees, because they've got the most, right? The Dodgers just won one in 2020. Say what you want to say about that championship, but the players that the Yankees have on this team, from Aaron Judge being drafted, brought up, being named the captain after signing his big contract, after breaking history last year. And then you got Anthony Volpe. This kid, the last time that the Yankees won in 2009, he was watching the World Series parade. He was watching Derek Jeter celebrate a championship. And now he is playing for a chance to win his first in his second year. And he just won a Gold Glove last year, the first Yankee shortstop rookie to ever do that. Right? So he's making an impact. And then Garrett Cole. He's been a Yankee fan his entire life. There's a picture going around. He was attending a game, and he said, a Yankee fan today, tomorrow, and for the rest of the time. And now he's getting the ball in game 1 of the World Series with a chance to go up on the series. And, man, it's going to be electric. This World Series, if you don't watch baseball, tune in Friday night, and you will understand why I always come on my show and say that this is the most beautiful game out there. It's America's pastime for a reason. They say baseball is boring, but if you look at the numbers on what they've been doing this postseason, it's been going up every single game.
Let me ask you this. What player would legacy will be impacted the most, you think?
On the Dodgers side, you got Ohtani finally being able to compete in the playoffs, and then him getting to the World Series. This is going to put a lot on his legacy. And
first one, too? That would be crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then probably Aaron Judge as well. After being named captain last year, he has been knocking on the door, and it's always been the Houston Astros that open up that door and just knock him out the past couple years that he has had the opportunity to go to the World Series. But Tigers took care of them. Shout out to Carl. But now the Yankees got to kill an ex-Tiger in Jack Flaherty, game 1.
Okay,
Tiger King.
I do want to say this about Teddy. All right, so for those who don't know, real quick, Teddy, before I say what I say, let the people know about BWT.
Yeah, BWT baseball show. We've been going live this postseason, covering all of the playoff games. We will be going live most likely probably after every game, either on my Instagram or on my page to react to the games. And we will also be going over awards within the next couple of weeks, giving our predictions and stuff like that. Just if you're a baseball fan, this is a show to watch.
Let's get it. So look, Teddy, this is funny because Teddy's first year doing BWT was last baseball season.
Oh, man.
And the Yankees had their worst season since when? Since like
1960 something, dude.
They were like on a losing streak one point, and it was a worst losing streak in like since Teddy been alive. So like,
yeah.
And I felt bad for Teddy. I'm like, dang. I know Teddy was feeling like, out of all the times they want to suck, they want to do it on my first year doing BWT.
Yep.
And I remember his most viewed video was a Yankees rant, like when he went crazy. And now you go for a circle, they in the World Series. You know what I mean? Yep. So I'm just thinking about if it could happen to Teddy.
Oh, my goodness.
Kings talk.
I thought you was going somewhere else with that one.
Oh no, you know, I mean that too. You right, Tom. I ain't want to.
King talk with Joe Jordan. There we go.
I ain't want to go there, but nah, for real though, like I'm like for real, I'm definitely happy for Teddy because Teddy was going through it last year. Like he still watched every game, still covered every game, even though they were losing. Like Judge got hurt, they went through a slump. It was ugly, you know. But now they in there. Juan Soto came, he caught it. I remember when they first got Juan Soto, And then remember Juan Soto was like one of my favorite players early on this season.
Mhm.
Teddy actually thought I was gonna become a Yankee fan because of Juan Soto. But
Yeah, I did.
but no, though, man, I'm happy for you and the Yankees. And like I said, for the sake of BWT, I'm rooting for y'all to win, man. But I want to see a good World Series, though.
Yep, it definitely will be a good World Series. I'm gonna give you my prediction right here.
Oh,
okay.
I got Yankees in 6.
and 6, not even 7.
6.
Who got and Dodgers home, right?
Yep.
Oh,
So
yeah, y'all went in it. Okay.
we will be celebrating in LA.
So, question: the format's like the old NBA map, right? Like 2-3-2.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is right. 2-3-2.
2-3-2.
Yeah.
Yep.
You need to change that.
Yeah.
But
So before you get out of here, Ted, I just want to ask you one question. How does it feel to have to sacrifice the Patriots for your other teams to get to these World Series and NBA Finals?
that's what it seemed like.
I mean, it sucks that I gotta watch that every Sunday because I'm a loyal fan. I'm gonna watch and tune in every Sunday. If you're not in the NFL chat, then you probably it's probably good for you actually, because the stuff that I be saying, man, and today, Bill Belichick,
Oh man,
just shut your mouth, man. Shut your mouth, because you didn't have nothing to say when the Patriots were doing good, right? But the moment that everything goes downhill, you're running your mouth. Like you're 20 years here, you didn't say nothing, and now you're on this show, that show, the Manning cast, this and that, and it's like, bruh, shut up.
I saw your post too when he was talking about
Yeah.
Saquon.
Yeah.
The Giants let go Saquon the best player. You said, "Oh, sounds
Yeah.
familiar." I was like,
Sounds real familiar, dude. Dude goes out and wins a Super Bowl. All you had to do was pay him $3 million and he would have stayed here.
We didn't mean to get you upset. I just wanted to ask the question.
they got a glimpse in the NFL chat.
Man.
All right, Teddy, we appreciate that, man. And make sure y'all go subscribe to BWT with Teddy. The link is below. He's a part of the network. Make sure y'all become a member so you can join that MLB chat. I'm telling you, man. All of these chats on Instagram go up, but that MLB chat is a sneaky one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, man. It's lit, especially right now. Appreciate you, Teddy.
And good luck, man.
Hey, we're gonna do it again. My boy Tatum, let's go, baby. Go Seas.
All right, so we're gonna let you go, man.
Okay.
I've been watching Starting Five. I got a lot to say about some of those players.
All right, Teddy. Appreciate you.
All right. He definitely went off on Bill, Dave. He definitely did. Like, I think Bill need to be in the doghouse. But we gotta. That's the.
For real.
You got to brew in the NFL chat to hear that version of the doghouse. Before we get out of here, Joe, we bringing it back. Our brother made the call. He made the call. He said, "Look, man, we bringing the doghouse preview back before the full show come back." So, Joe, I'm gonna let you take it away, man. You got somebody special here. I didn't even know who you was talking about.
I'm gonna try to make this quick. I know we got, it's 7:50. I'm gonna try to make this quick. All right.
What?
But we're gonna put it up. Who in the doghouse? No other than Woody Johnson. Now, who is Woody Johnson? The owner of the New York Jets, as you can see the hat on his head. Now, look, Tomo, in 2020, the New York Jets go 2-14. 2-14. All right, with Sam Darnold as their quarterback that they drafted. Oh, Joe Douglas, who's the GM right now, drafted Sam Darnold. They went 2-14. So what they do? They go out and get Robert Saleh, fresh off the Super Bowl. They lose to the Chiefs. Great defense, right? Remember, they was turning up.
Mm-hmm.
Signs Robert Saleh, drafts Zach Wilson. Robert Saleh, 2 games better, 4-13. Little upgrade. But Zach Wilson's your quarterback. The following year, he goes 7-10 with Zach Wilson as his quarterback. What they do there after that? Hire Nathaniel Hackett. And why is that? Because Aaron Rodgers is going to sign. Last time I checked, the head coach supposed to pick the offensive coordinator, but no. because Joe Douglas and Woody Johnson wanted Aaron Rodgers. They go get Nathaniel Hackett. So they do that, right? Aaron Rodgers, we all know, comes out with the flag, gets hurt within 2 minutes of the game. And guess what? Because of the defense, all them interceptions Josh Allen threw, they won that game and proceeded to win 7 games again that year with Zach Wilson. Then everybody was like, you know what? With this defense and Aaron Rodgers and this offense, they going to be a Super Bowl contender next year. Okay, what happened then? We go to next year. He's finally healthy. First game, you get crushed by the 49ers 32-19. Robert Saleh comes out talking about what he says. Oh, the defense we're going to get it together. Because I had no parts in the offense. I didn't have anything with Hackett, and Aaron Rodgers came with that. But I know that they got the offense, the defense going to be straight. And what happened after that game, Tomo? The Jets defense from after the 49ers game to the time he got fired, they were second in yards per game, and they were second in passing yards per game, and they were first in scoring per game, allowing 9 points a game, bro. So, but what happened? How did he get fired? The last game he played, the Vikings. Tomo, when I went back and watched this game, I was like, yo, why y'all firing him? I'm going to try to go through this quick as possible. Listen to this, Tomo. The Vikings game. They got the ball first, the Jets. They go 3-0. The Vikings get the ball, limit to a field goal, 3-0. Vikings, really good offense this year, really good defense. Offense goes out again, Tomo. Guess what happened? 3-0. Defense is on the field, forces a fumble. Offense gets the ball, Aaron Rodgers throws a pick six. It's 10-0. The defense getting frustrated by now. It's 10-0. After that, the offense gets the ball again, and Rodgers throws another interception. Defense gets the ball. Sorry, Vikings get the ball. They force turnovers on downs. Stop the Vikings again. It's still 10-0. Aaron Rodgers get the ball. Turnovers on down. What's going on here? Vikings get the ball. They score a touchdown at 17-0 at halftime. Vikings get the ball. First possession, second half, forcing 3-0. Defense still balling. Offense gets the ball. 3-0. Vikings get the ball again. You make them punt. Offense gets the ball. Finally gets a field goal. 17-3. Vikings get the ball again. You force another punt. Offense get the ball. 3-0. With a 39-yard punt return. You only allow 2 yards that drive. They kick a field goal. It's 20-3. So the defense been balling the whole game, but the score don't say it because they got 20 points. But they've been balling the whole game. And what happens after that? Your offense goes 3-0. Vikings get the ball. You get an interception. It's still 23. And you get great field position. Jets get the ball and score a touchdown. 20-10. Vikings get the ball, force a field goal. 23-10. Rodgers throws an interception. They kneel down twice. Game over. So after watching that game, I'm like, oh, nah, bro. Something got to change with the offense. So what your boy do? Hey, can we demote Nathaniel Hackett? Nah, we demoting you. You fired. What? You firing me? What I do? So he get fired, which is crazy. In that game, they threw the ball 54 times and ran the ball 14 times, which is wild. He wanted to demote the OC. That didn't happen. So 5 minutes later, they fired Robert Saleh. And then what he says, firing Saleh will bring new energy, right, to one of the most talented teams, to the franchise's most talented teams. Okay, you promote the DC. And his first move is what, Tomo?
Then he demote
the Nathaniel Hackett. That's his first move. Ever since Robert Saleh got fired, they've been averaging 17.5 points per game. With Saleh, including the 49ers game, 18 points per game. So the offense is going to be the offense, right? Defensively, they've been allowing 17 points per game. Last 2 games, allowing 30 points per game. Tomo, and this is why I told you, owner, get the heck out the way. If you hire a guy, let him do his job. If he's not doing his job, find another GM. Because did you know, I read more about this, he didn't even tell Joe Douglas that he was firing Robert Saleh. He did it himself. He ain't told nobody. So, my guy, Mr. Woody, you in the doghouse.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Well, based upon time, I'm gonna just reply to yours right now. I'm gonna save my doghouse for another day. Hopefully, she can do some better things before we actually can put her back in the doghouse. I'm letting y'all give y'all a little preview of who I'm talking about. But it's funny how both of these teams are in New York, and it's the opposite spectrum of our debate, where it was like the owner needs to jump in, and one owner actually did and messed everything up, but the other owner actually should have, and it still got messed up. So I really don't get it. I think this is one of those things where you just had to save, where you was trying to save face on the Aaron Rodgers move, because I think when they actually made the trade, a lot of people was like, oh, Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets. And then it was a lot of questions because of his age and because of just the Jets offensive line. They're like, well, he's old. The line isn't good. Okay. But we going to work it out because you got Robert Saleh in that defense and they're going to make things happen. And at some point, and trust me, I know about it. If you have a good defense and your offense ain't good, at some point, the defense is just going to give up. And actually, not me, ask Cleveland fans. They see it. They're like, look, man, the offense ain't going to do too much by the third or middle or second quarter. What else you want us to do? 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. When I'm going to get a break? So in this case, he belongs in the doghouse. There's another owner that's already in the doghouse. So I don't even know how I can put him back there, Mark, because he's already in the doghouse. So, my guy, you can stay there for a while. No puppy child for him, neither. Definitely a great choice, yo.
Yes, sir. All right, let's wrap this up, man. I'm getting hot. Dang. All right, man. My last word, shout out to the whole R2L family. Shout out to the whole R2L network. Shout out to Carl and Mr. CTC himself. Make sure y'all go subscribe. And shout out to Teddy, Mr. BWT himself. Y'all go subscribe. Shout out to my boy Dave. And shout out to my boy Tomo. And Commanders, man, keep the left hand up. 5-2, first in the NFC East, second in the NFC. We got Caleb Williams and the Bears. I know how to do it. We got them next week. So just handle business. I think we got them in Chicago too, if I'm not mistaken.
I was just about to ask you, is that a home game?
I mean, we undefeated at home, and we play a lot. We play a lot of road games this year. It's probably at home.
Y'all really just stole the juice. That's crazy. Y'all really took all our mojo, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah, we undefeated at home, bro.
And y'all at home. Yeah, it's at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at home too. The crowd gonna be rocking. Rookie of the year, talk gonna be chirping. Jaden Daniels, get well, bro. Don't rush it. If you ain't gotta play, don't play.
They really thought y'all was gonna be bad. Why this game on CBS?
Oh yeah, they bumped us up. Took the Eagles out and bumped us up. Remember that?
Oh, for the 4:30 game.
Yeah, they took the Eagles out and put us up. Then the Eagles got taken out again for somebody else too. I forgot who it was. And then when we play y'all time, hopefully y'all keep doing your thing. They're gonna take the Eagles out again and put us on there.
Well, it's gonna take a lot for us to keep doing our thing, man. I believe in this team. Hopefully they go out there on Sunday.
You see Cowboys though, no matter what, they're gonna push y'all in prime time.
They're gonna do it even if we are trash and y'all winning. Oh, what better way to do it?
Bro, look at the Lakers, bro. They playing opening night. Why? They literally y'all the same. Cowboys and Lakers, and the Jets are the Knicks. Like the Jets, like why are they on prime time? Why are the Knicks always on prime time, bro? Like,
well, the Knicks actually been okay.
Lately, they've been good. I'm talking about in history. They've been terrible, but they
always had a Christmas game too.
Yeah. They always play opening night.
I think, well, because of the Knicks and Madison Square, I think that's why it's still low.
No, that's definitely why. Ain't nothing to do with the team. That's definitely why. Like the Lakers, it's the name.
It's LeBron. I don't think the Lakers
will be LeBron. He played overnight last year.
Because it's LeBron.
Oh yeah, it's LeBron.
Yeah, when LeBron leaves, they're not gonna get this many national teams.
Right.
Like you already know. They're gonna get a few, but not a lot.
Mark said that's a cat. But yeah, those are my last words, man. Shout out to everybody. Let's get it.
Yeah, shout out to everybody on the network, man. Shout out to CTC again, and shout out to BWT again. Shout out to FFC. Shout out to my man Dave. He got the doghouse coming, and RBO is tomorrow. I think we got a special East Coast version of it. I think it's gonna be me, Carl, and Dave.
I'm tuning in.
So yeah, it's gonna be very, very interesting because I think the Magic and the Heat play tomorrow too. So I don't know the real rundown. I'm just giving you an idea of what's going on here. But my last words is, if you're gonna be in this media space, right, and you got to work for a specific company, like nobody wants to bash their boss, but some people have to be held accountable for their actions. So when you ask certain questions and people give you certain reactions, think of another way to ask that question. You know, you got to tap back into your inner toddler, Because, you know, kids will ask you the same thing 6 different ways. Or sometimes they'll ask you the same thing over and over and over and over again until you give them the answer that they need. And that's what happened today with Jerry Jones. They're going to keep asking him about Derrick Henry every time he runs for over 100 yards. And at this point, Jerry, you just need to say, he's not here. What do you want me to do about it? He keeps trying to find new ways to answer this question to just be like, I was being cheap. How about not answering it at all? So that's that. And Cowboy fans, don't get too hype about the trade deadline, because I heard something from him about the trade deadline, and I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even understand what he means by this. So that's just is what it is, man. And make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button to all the shows on the network, and hit the notification bell too, so you know when we go live. Because a lot of shows go live randomly, and you missing out on some good entertainment.
You got the and also the superstar member. Shout out to Lambo and Low in the intro, and shout out to my boy and my brother Anhan with the logo.
And we're gonna run it back. Shout out to y'all guys for looking out for the network, and shout out to the superstar members for keeping the lights on in the building. Shout out to Worm, Joe, Dave, myself, Teddy, Cardo, Coach Coombs, Vaughn, Lamar, Giovanni, and you. Make sure you hit that button, become a member.
And Chris.
And Chris? Oh, yeah, Chris did become a member last night. Shout out to
Chris,
man. You know, Flock Nation holding it down. He really got the bag. He really got the bag and secured the bag. My man he knocked out two opponents, and he even joined the members. Like, come on, man. Hardest working man in Flock Nation, man.
Let's get it. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. We will not be here tomorrow. Well, our 2 Up show, but the network is still rolling tomorrow. And we'll see y'all next episode on Thursday. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.